Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the nerdiest competition ever created by the Language of Bromance team. In this corner, obsessed with Star Wars and anything with swords, Richard! And in this corner, obsessed with the Ninja Turtles and scared of anything from the ocean, Shawn! In association with the LOB Army. Tonight's competition is a Language of Bromance draft.
What's up, everybody? I'm Richard.
And I'm Shawn.
And we're speaking the language of bromance. I almost forgot to press record. Or at least I thought I did, but I actually didn't. Ooh,
Yeah.
That was close. I was so scared. Professional.
There's only been 60 episodes that we've gotten all the way through, and you're like, oh, crap.
It's happened.
I don't think it's ever happened.
No, yeah, there hasn't been a time where I just have completely blanked. And
Yeah.
oh, shit.
I think I've actually done that once.
Really?
Because my recorder,
you hit it
what it
well.
does is it blinks, but you can still see like the numbers going. So I hit it and I saw my levels. And I was like, oh, I'm good. But that's why we have backups, because I used the backup for that.
Yeah.
But Richard, we're not here to teach about podcasting, because you know what? You and I, we work extremely hard, not only in a podcast, but in real life. And Richard, sometimes you need a break. Sometimes you need a vacation. And
I
so,
do.
Richard, it is draft time. It's our 58th draft.
Wow.
Which actually, since we've been switching it up, it's like the last draft we did was like 4 months ago.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I noticed that just the other day, and I was like, when was the last time we did this? So it's starting to drift apart, so we have a little bit more content for these drafts. But Richard, what we're going to do for our 58th draft is we're going to do make pretend vacation places.
Oh, I love this.
So what this is, Richard, is this is anything from fiction, books, comics, video games, TV, anything, everything. It could be, maybe it's, in lore. Maybe you want to do something in lore. It's like an island that maybe accidentally sank to the bottom of the ocean. Or maybe you want to do some kind of like futuristic planet that has multiple moons. I don't know what you want to do, Richard. You can go all out, because you know what? It's a make pretend place.
Yeah.
So if you don't know, and you should, what our drafts are, is our NFL style drafts where we flip-flop picks back and forth. We do 7 rounds. And back in the day, we flipped the penny to see who goes first. And I won on that one. So odd drafts, I get the first pick. Even drafts, Richard gets the first pick. And as I said, this is draft number 58.
58.
Which is an even number, Richard, which means
It means me. I go first.
you get to go
I am
first.
so excited.
So like I said, any kind of place that is not actually real can be used for this. So it's our make pretend vacation place.
Okay. So honestly, these are places that I would like to go, and I feel like in my head, it's almost like one of those it's like a fantasy weekend. You know how like you'd be like, oh, I'm going to go to fantasy baseball camp and like be a major league baseball player for like.
You know what we should have called this? Is the Total Recall draft.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to retcon this. All right, everybody.
But yeah, it's like, to me, in my head, it's like a fantasy. It's like, like a fantasy camp. Like, oh, I'm going to go be blah, blah, blah for a day or whatever. Okay.
Yeah. You're an investor. You make like millions of dollars a year. And you're like, you know what I want to do? I want to spend $100,000 on my kids' future. What is that thing what rich kids get?
Trust funds.
Trust fund money, because that kid is an asshole.
Yeah. Fuck that kid.
Mhm.
I'm going to go to fucking, wherever. Kind of like Westworld, except it's going to be everything. It's going to be everything world. All right. So Shawn, for my first pick, I'm going to pick one because I think it might be on your list. I'm not 100%. I think either it's on your list or It's not, and I'm going to say it, and then you're going to be like, it should have been on mine. Shawn, for my first round pick, I'm going to go and spend a week in Sunnydale, California.
On my list.
Yeah.
That's a good because I had that kind of a little bit lower, thinking you might miss that one.
Yeah.
Because after I did, so spoiler alert, like drafts, what I do is I pick 14 things.
Yeah.
And typically when I get to the bottom, like I never go back because it's kind of like just picking from like, the rotten stuff on the ground. It's like, oh yeah, maybe that, maybe that. Sunnydale is when I did 14. I'm like, wait a second. Sunnydale would be awesome.
Right?
But, oh yeah, so sell me on Sunnydale. Why do you want to spend a week in Sunnydale? Because I want to be a high school slayer.
No, see, that's the thing is I wouldn't be a slayer. I'd be, because I'm not, a high school girl. So that means I get to be like this cool, like fucking grizzled hunter that gets to hang out with everybody. Or I could be the watcher.
That's true. I was worried you're going to be like, I could be the cool 38-year-old that hangs out with high school kids.
Hey, kids, where are the cool parties this weekend?
Hey, kids, will you hang out with me? I swear I'll buy you booze.
Yeah. Vampires? What?
Yeah, you just be bait.
No, like I said, I think that's why I preface this by saying in my head, it's almost like it's like a fantasy weekend. So I think I would get a lot of kicks from palling around with the Scooby Gang and killing monsters. Like I said, I could either be the grizzled hunter type, or I could be like the watcher type that, hangs out and like reads books and like figures shit out and then does some spell that saves the day in the end.
Yeah. I was going to say it could be kind of mixed match because, I mean, technically the watcher is kind of a grizzled hunter. They just stay back a little bit more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you get to go around, you get to slay demons for the whole week.
Right?
Get a fun gang to hang out with. And yeah, I think that's a good call.
Like everybody's super smart and says very sardonic, amazing things.
Yes. Oh yeah, and you could do some witty callbacks to them.
Mm-hmm.
So what season would you want to do your Westworld-esque adventure?
Ooh, that's a good question. I didn't think about that. That's a good question. I think I'm going to go with season 3. Because that's their senior year of high school.
Ooh, yeah, big boss battle at the end.
Yeah, that's the mayor. That's Faith.
Yeah, you can go dancing at the club with them. Well, they're 18 in that one.
And Buffy's hanging out with Angel, so she's occupied, and Faith's got nothing to do.
Is that the season where Xander has sex with Faith?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a great episode.
The Zeppo.
I love that episode. He gets his own side quest as they're fighting this big hellmouth demon.
Yeah, and then he's just off doing fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
And he's sleeping with Faith.
Yeah, and she kicks him out and he's like, I just had sex.
But yeah, to me that sounds like a fun-filled week.
Yeah,
to hang
all
out.
Kinds of weapons.
I'd have a crossbow. I'd have a little hand crossbow.
Yeah, I like that one. What would I have? I think I just want a steak, like a normal steak.
Yeah, a Mr. Pointy.
Cool. Yeah, or a sword. Or both.
Ooh, sword be nice.
Yeah, you'd have to get a sword in this.
Yeah, sword be rad.
All right, Richard, for my first round pick, it's kind of the same thing like you're saying. Like I said, probably all these things will be more of a Westworld.
Because let's be honest, if I spent a week in Sunnydale, if I just showed up in Sunnydale, I'd be like, hi guys, I'm Richard. Chomp, I'm dead. I'm dead, and I'm dead the first night.
I heard there's a sushi place down this alley, guys. You look pretty.
I'm the guy in the first 5 minutes of the episode that gets murdered, and then they have to figure out what killed me.
Ooh, but then you could become a vampire.
No, I wouldn't get anything that cool. I get killed by some fucking, I don't know, demon that makes you so stupid you shoot yourself.
Well, I was thinking maybe if we both went, one of us would become a vampire, so it's like a game between each other.
Oh, yeah.
Shawn, is this an excuse to bite my neck? Maybe.
I knew it.
Oh, I'm out here all alone. Well, my first round pick, Richard, it's kind of the same thing like you're saying, but the possibilities would be endless for this. And it's something that I think we are getting so much closer to. I want, Richard, the chance to spend a week in Ready Player One's Oasis.
That's honestly, like that's the meta pick, because like you're in the Oasis, you get access to everything.
Pretty much. I mean, obviously I don't know everything I would do, but really, even if you just want to say, well, that's kind of cheating, being able to play the game that's in there, searching for those Easter eggs would be a blast. Because I mean, there's different levels. Like it'd be playing like a real life game.
Yeah, it'd be like those alternate reality games. That some do. There was Bungie, the company that made Destiny, did an AR game where in the game they gave out clues and stuff, and nobody could figure out what they were, but it turns out that the clues led to actual real world coordinates on a map. And so then somebody went to the coordinates on the map, and it was during this expansion where one of like these power weapons you get was a big spear, and they had like a replica spear.
Oh, badass.
In like this big plastic case that was, like it was like in the middle of the woods, like under a tree stump and some shit.
And there's some dude tied to it. He's like, thank God I've been out here for weeks. Like, oh yeah, but I got this. Oh, dude, I'm sorry. It says I have to kill you.
I won.
No, officer, you don't understand. I'm playing a game. But like
what would your avatar look like?
Parzival would be a badass looking one, something like that, like a little blue skin, wavy hair.
Yeah, the big like the anime-ish kind of hair.
Just a little bit. I'd want to be a little bit more like buffer though, because he's kind of like whimsy, but I'd want to have a little bit more stout to me.
So the opposite of what you are.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like honestly, actually, you probably don't know who he is. He's a big like he's part of Black Rifle Coffee, but you insert any dude that looks like this, but his name's Matt Best, and it's that like tatted up, ripped, former military special ops guy. That like can play guitar and do all kinds of other stuff. Like you don't understand how somebody this talented could be this talented and a badass killer. That's what I'd want to look like.
Okay.
But
I think would you spend would you spend your time doing like the Easter egg hunt game, or would you be like, shooting and killing people on that what was it, Planet Doom?
Yeah, I'd probably want to do more of the game stuff. Just because I don't think you could get through it all in a week. So obviously this would be like a dumbed down version of that you could, if we're thinking like Westworld-esque. But yeah, if you go through those different adventures, fight NPCs, if it's built like the actual Oasis, like when you die, you have to start all the way back at level 1.
Yeah, that would suck.
Fun. Yeah, so you don't have any quick saves kind of situations.
Oh, yeah, that would oof.
Which is one thing I don't like. I'm playing Mario Brothers right now, and that game's fucking hard.
Yeah.
Like the only other game that made me want to throw a controller is my baseball game. Mario is number 2, and it might be number 1.
You're playing Smash, right?
No, I'm playing Mario 3 with the kiddo right now.
Oh, that's right.
And like you'll get to a spot like I'll die, and he'll be like, "It's okay, Dad. Please don't get mad." But yeah, I think the only problems with like the Oasis too is like you could spend a lot of time customizing your avatar.
Yeah,
so you could burn a couple days doing that. But I think just going through that Easter egg adventure would be a ton of fun. And then like if you have time kind of going through other things.
Is there any particular piece of like kit or gear that you would want?
I would probably go with like a dual pistol katana type setup. Okay. So I would kind of have like Leonardo's double swords. And then like John Wick double pistols.
Okay. All right.
I think that'd be the way to go.
I like that.
And then probably like as a quick release, like a, obviously some kind of long range weapon.
You're like the ninja gunslinger.
Yeah. Which
I like it.
Parzival like that? I don't remember. But, and side note, I started Ready Player 2. Really good.
Yeah. How many pages are you in?
I wanted to read just like a chapter because I finished the previous book I was reading called Snow Crash. Started out great, ended kind of shitty.
Okay.
But Ready Player 2 caught my attention really quick. It takes place like days after the events.
Okay.
Really, really good.
I
It actually has some ties into, or feels like ties into the Cyberpunk game.
Oh,
nice.
Because
in Cyberpunk, there's some kind of like thing where you can relive people's memories.
Okay.
I can't remember what that's called.
In Cyberpunk, it's called the brain dance.
Yeah, the brain dance. That's what I was talking about. And this isn't a spoiler really because it's right there. But that's basically what Ready Player 2 is they have that technology in that world too.
I see.
Yeah, really cool.
All right.
But yeah, my first round pick would be the Oasis from Ready Player 1. All
right. Now it's time. Pick number 2 for me. I'm going to go with, for my second pick, I'm going to go with, again, a place that if real me was to show up, I would die. But if real me was to show up and everybody has Nerf weapons, then everything will be fine.
If I'm the overpowered player, I win.
Exactly. See, that's my thing. Is like in all these, like I'm imagining myself as some like fucking like OP like god walking around like. Shawn,
you
for my second
have
pick,
no power here.
For my second pick, I'm going with a world that's immortalized in fictional books and also other books. It's the world of Forgotten Realms, the D&D world of Faerun.
That's a good call too. There's some game stuff in my list too, because I think we're both very much like tabletop guys. And so we already know there's a world of adventure there, but getting that to like actually experience would be so freaking sweet.
I know, because I think it's just because like the world is so expansive. And the thing is like in my head, like I know like the lore and stuff like that comes with those worlds. The fact that like, some of that stuff, like you could show up and then you'd be like, oh my God, guys, I know that there's this super fucking amazing treasure over in this cave. And I know it's there because I read a book about it.
The problem is you show up and there's a huge line of like, investment bankers waiting for their turn for it to respawn.
God damn it.
Now serving number 127.
Fucking bots, man.
How long does this thing take to respawn? Oh shit, you're a bot. Mother.
All right, I'll pick out all the pictures that have a car.
So what would your character build be?
I'd be a ranger. I always play rangers.
What would your companion be?
I wouldn't have one. There was always an option in wasn't really so much an option until I think 5th edition came around. But no, I think they did it in 4th too, maybe in 3.5. But they gave you the option where you could either have an animal companion or you could be bonded to your weapon.
Oh,
and cool. That's what I would pick.
What's the bonded to your weapon give you?
Basically, like you get bonuses and stuff with your weapon style, rather than having an animal companion.
Is that because you wanted the bonded weapon feel more powerful, or is it just because you didn't want to roll 2 characters?
It's because I was afraid the animal would die and then I'd be upset.
Oh, yeah.
Cause imagine that, like you fucking like, let's say you get some like kick-ass fucking like jungle tiger, and like your guys are running around and you're the fucking best of friends, and then you're going up an experience together and he's getting all cool and he gets bigger, and then you're like, I'm gonna ride him, and then you fucking ride him because now he's a giant jungle cat, and you're like, let's go fucking
come on, Garfield, let's go fight that owlbear. And
yeah,
that's the day that the owlbear shoved him on a spike.
Exactly. Exactly. And then I lose my best friend
and your game day group because you cry and whine for hours. No, guys, we gotta save him. Richard, it's midnight. Let's just pick this up. No, he's dead.
Yeah. And then you're all kinds of upset because you lost your animal companion. So I never took an animal companion because I was always afraid they would die. It's the same reason I never really played wizards, was because wizards usually had a familiar, and I never wanted the familiar to die.
Can't they just respawn, or can't you get another one?
You can, but
don't they have them just like at the Familiar store? Like you go in, you name it like
Familiar Pound.
Yeah, you're like, this is Garfield.
Familiar.
This is Garfield 1.0. This is Garfield 2.0.
No, Garfield 5.
This is Garfield 5.5. Wait, how'd you get half? This one's not too bright. Well, keeping with the tabletop idea, Richard, I am going to go with, it's a game you've played a little bit with us, not a ton. But it's one that's completely captured my imagination. So like when we're talking, like you're more Forgotten Realms, I'm more Paizo, Pathfinder.
Yeah.
But the world that has got me basically writing and doing crazy campaign stuff for the last like 2 years is the one Pact Worlds of Starfinder.
Okay.
So this, we've talked about it a tiny bit, but it's
Dungeons and Dragons in space.
Exactly.
For those that don't follow.
So all your like rangers and all that stuff is still there, but then they have other things like operatives or, your assassins. I think they consider more operatives. You've got, different races of things, like different creatures. You get spaceships, you get laser guns, you get all these cool things. What's funny is like when we play it, most of the guys that would do more melee type weapons are now all range. So like when somebody does like melee fighting, you're like, what is wrong with you? Like
you're gonna hit it with a what? A sword?
All right, roll your damage.
How does this make sense?
But yeah, I mean, you get to this is something I will never do, even if it became a possibility, is like go to space. But if you could go to that Westworld camp of Pact Worlds, like you could fly to different planets. You could do different campaign type stuff. Like again, almost like playing a real life video game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And with this, I would play. There's a race of creatures called Yosoki, which are rat creatures. Like 3 foot tall rats. I would play one of those as an operative because you get trick attack. So essentially, like a sweet assassin. And I would do like a dual pistol type roll. So that way you can kind of do almost like a Max Payne-esque type character.
Okay.
Fun fact about those two is they can carry like 30 cubic feet of stuff in their mouth.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I wonder if that just scales. Like, I wonder if they just like took a real mouse and they were like, how much can we stuff in a mouse cheeks? Okay, scale that up.
Yeah, and then somebody like didn't like actually do the math on how much it is. Like, he can essentially fit a car in his mouth. No. Oh shit, he can. Wait, hold the we already it's fuck it. Nobody reads the rules anyway.
A small car.
But yeah, I would love like that. Like I said, laser guns, all kinds of fun stuff, flying ships.
Yeah,
battling different planets.
You get to do. So you would go with a. That's surprising. I wouldn't take you for the operative kind of build. I guess I figured you were more of I was thinking either a straight up fighter. Like much more of a fighter type. Yeah,
usually I play a lot of like sorcerer and wizards, but the problem with them is they're so like weak at the beginning.
Yeah,
that like the first like 6 game days you play, you're kind of just there.
Yeah, I think that's the case of any spellcaster type.
Yeah, and I tried to do kind of like assassins and stuff like that, but they always have to be kind of evil and stuff, so it kind of gets of a pain in the butt. But with Starfinder, you can have an operative, and they kind of play that assassin-esque role. So you get the double attacks. The trick attack is pretty cool. So, your initial attack, if you fail your trick attack, is not very powerful.
Yeah.
But if you succeed on your trick attack, it's like you fake them out almost, and you can do quite a bit of damage. But it would just be fun to also kind of be like a completely different character. The Oasis would be a lot like that too. But this would be a little bit more structured on where you're at. You'd get a crew. You could like reenact Firefly almost.
Oh yeah, you
which
could.
Would be a blast. Actually, there's a new campaign called it's like Take the Sky from Me or Keep the Sky from Me or something like that. Basically, it's essentially the campaign is Firefly.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I like that.
I haven't read through it yet, but
I know they actually made a Firefly tabletop game, but I never looked at it. Like never looked at all.
I think I saw it at a game place, but yeah, I didn't really look at the rules.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of those they They don't like just try to take the 3.5 rule set that's available.
Yeah, they don't take like a D20 rule set. They're just like, oh, let's come up with something. I mean, who cares? Like, nobody's buying this because they want to play it. They want to buy it because, Yeah,
it's like, let's all think the room and make up this brand new D4 game. You need all D4s. Like
they did that. They did that with Star Wars, and I
yeah. I played the D20
Star Wars
version.
They added like actually added proprietary dice. Where like you have like a set of dice and they're like 6-sided dice, but they're set, but the images they have on the dice, it's basically the only way the game will work is with those dice. And no.
I almost fall in the world of like, listen, you want to play like a Firefly type game, like in that universe. We're in that universe. We're just using Starfinder rules.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, I did that for like a zombie campaign because All Flesh Must Be Eaten is like all D6s and D8s, I think.
No, no, I think All Flesh was a D10 system.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah,
but it was still just kind of like D20 is just universal at this point. Like, just
oh my god, we're totally nerding out right now.
Yeah, I know.
We're sorry to anyone that's left.
They're like, why are they talking about D20s? What is a D20? But yeah, my second round pick would be the Pact Worlds.
I like it. Let's see. Pick number 3. Pick number 3. It's a video game world. It is also a land filled with magic and monsters and caves and evil things and good things and not so nice guys and some nice guys. Shawn, I would like to spend a week in the land of Cyrodiil.
Ooh, yeah. Little Oblivion.
Yeah. Yeah. At first I was like, oh, I'm going to go to Skyrim because they got dragons and shit, which, don't get me wrong, would be very nice. However, Skyrim looks very, very cold, and Cyrodiil does not look cold at all. Cyrodiil looks nice.
So is that more, that's almost like taking a trip to like Rome, right? Like you're just going to walk around the city, see the structures, maybe venture out a little bit into the landscape.
Yeah, that's the thing is like, you could spend a lot of time in the Imperial City. What would I do? Go to the arena. Might hang out with the Thieves Guild a little bit. That'd be all right. Maybe the Dark Brotherhood if I felt so, if I'm feeling sassy. Spend some time with the Dark Brotherhood.
Yeah, I feel like some of these, like, otherwise it's like, oh, I would be this badass warrior. Like this one, I just imagine you with like an old school camera, like shorts and a fanny pack, just walking around taking pictures.
Oh my god, that's how it would end up. But again, this is not me. This is fantasy me. So fantasy me is showing up with fucking ripped biceps and a giant two-handed weapon that I'm crushing things with.
You and the kids are riding in a wagon. It's like, look, kids, an owlbear. Yeah. Lock them up.
No, see, that's the thing. See, that's how. See, the way it would start is basically like I'd be sleeping in my bed, right, at home, and then all of a sudden, people show up and they grab me and they drag me off, and then I wake up. Where do I wake up, Shawn? I wake up in prison.
Oh yeah. So start.
That's the way that's the way every Elder Scrolls game starts.
Yeah, that's a good point. You're arrested for some reason.
Yeah, every Elder Scrolls game, you start imprisoned either on a boat or you're in a jail cell or you're getting ready to get your head chopped off. Yeah. They all start. Yeah.
Like you think you've hit rock bottom. Look at this person.
Oh, you're finally awake.
Well, Richard, you were saying Citadel looks warm, and you didn't want to be around cold.
No, that's why I wouldn't want to go Skyrim.
On the other hand, I want to go to the north. I want to go where it's super cold. Richard, I want to visit Winterfell from Game of Thrones.
Really?
Yeah, because there's like wolves there. Like this is like a very like this to me feels like.
Would you want to get yourself a pet warg? Is that what all this is boiling down to?
Ooh, if I could, that'd be sweet. And go on like hunting trips, like you hunt like big ass bears.
What if he dies?
I'll just get another one.
That's so sad.
Warg 2.0.
God damn it.
Shawn, how many wargs did you kill in the week you were there?
There were 2 ghosts. That's all I'm saying.
But I mean, it'd be sweet. Like this to me would be like the ultimate like hunting trip. You know, like when people go to Alaska, like to hunt, like super North Alaska, where you're hunting like bears and caribou, and all these like crazy things, and you can like fend off against like bad guys. You can go to that tree and touch it, connect to all the other trees.
That's true.
I honestly, to me, there's something.
Westeros in general is a place that was not on my list because I thought it might be on yours, so I kind of steered away from it. I'm surprised that you didn't like just pick like Westeros, and you actually went specifically for Winterfell. Do you have a preference of why do you prefer Winterfell over say like King's Landing, for example?
Winterfell feels more like you go to like Colorado or like some kind of like cabin way away from everybody.
Oh, okay.
Like if you go further south, it seems like there's a lot of stuff, bad stuff.
Oh, that
there.
Big city. The big city of King's Landing.
King's Landing is like that's the one like you're gonna get kidnapped and made to do things you don't want to do. But everybody seems nicer in Winterfell, except when it was occupied by Ramsay. Like that's what I don't want. Like I don't want Bolton
that would
there.
be bad.
Yeah.
I don't think you'd want to be there for that.
Yeah, spoiler alert. I don't think that was a sausage. But I think Winterfell would be a fun spot. And you know what? They've got big hills there. Sledding.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't want you coming back and like wanting to refer to yourself as Reek.
Yeah. Did you have fun? I had so much fun, Richard. Have you ever seen a body filleted with a butter knife? Because I have.
Anyway, Gum.
But yeah, my third round pick, I'm going to go with Winterfell from Game of Thrones.
Okay. For my next pick, I'm going with a place that looks beautiful. You've seen it in comics. You've seen it in 2 movies, and it looks really cool. And there's a bunch of cool shit that's going on, and it's ruled by a very, very competent and benevolent king. Shawn, I would like to spend a week in the land of Wakanda.
Ooh, that's a good pick.
Wouldn't
I didn't
that be
think about
fun?
that. Yeah.
Like, you're not going to get bothered. They got that big shield.
Yeah, well, it seems like the best of like you're playing Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Like it looks like a more safe, pristine version of that city.
It looks like an idealized human civilization. That's what it feels like to me.
Yeah, that would be sweet. Yeah, because I mean, I'm sure like the technology would be ridiculous.
Like technology is ridiculous, but it seems like technology is ridiculous, but it seems like they've managed to like form a harmony between technology and nature.
Yeah. Oh yeah, agreed. And you're in Africa, so all the different animals and stuff that you get to see there would be sweet.
Yeah.
Somebody have a pet rhino you could ride.
Yep.
Flying
I get a
vehicles.
Yeah, and I could maybe get like a cool suit of armor, and then
like get the Black Panther light version. They're like, you can have this. You're like, oh sweet, is this bulletproof? They're like, no. You're like, bang! It's like, oh god, my foot.
Or they let me sit in a chair and fly a ship. That'd be all right.
Yeah, those ships were sweet. That would be awesome.
Because then I don't have to worry if it crashes. Because I'm in the chair and I'm okay.
Like like what happened? You're like, I just want to see what would happen if
it tripped.
Like that was worth like $10 billion, right? Like, oh well, cashier's check.
Yeah, and then they're like, fuck it, it's Wakanda. We got 12 of them.
12 of them. Give me another one.
Yeah. No, that'd be awesome. Because like I said, it feels to me, Wakanda feels like the best of what human civilization could be.
Mm-hmm.
Given current slightly better technology.
Ooh, I'd say it's more than slightly better.
Well, I mean, with the vibranium, I mean, they've got like energy shields and shit like that. So I mean, their technology is probably, I'd say, like 100 and like maybe 200 years ahead of us.
Oh yeah, I'd agree with that. Because they had like you're thinking you're coming from a world where you don't have the Tony Stark-esque like touch stuff and move it, but there they do.
Right.
Ooh, and you could wear those shoes that hide your sound.
Yeah.
You remember what they were called?
No, I don't. What were they called?
Sneakers.
I hate you.
That's what she named them.
That is what she named them. God,
I like
damn
that.
it.
I didn't have that on my list, but that's a good
But
one.
no, I get to hang out with fucking bunch of cool people, and yeah, it sounds nice. I'd love to spend a week in Wakanda. And okay, so like in Wakanda, I feel like I could actually be myself. Like in Wakanda, like it'd be like I just feel like that would be like a vacation spot.
Yeah, I could see that. Oh yeah, I bet they have a lot of cool like history type stuff, like museums and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Richard, my 4th round pick is not the ideal pinnacle of human existence. This is a place that a lot of bad things happen. This is an area where a lot of bad things happen.
Oh no.
And this would be like, you want to go on a Halloween adventure?
Oh,
this is where you're going to go. Richard, I want to go and conquer my fear of clowns. I want to go to Derry, Maine.
Wow. Yeah. I don't know, man. That doesn't sound like a nice, relaxing weekend to me at all.
You fall asleep and wake up and you just got a clown standing over you.
Like, I feel like after that, like I would need a vacation from that vacation.
Yeah, well, that's the one. Like, I worry, like you come home and like you almost have like PTSD from it.
Yeah, like you're not rested whatsoever.
Yeah. Even if you kill the clown, you're like opening doors. Halloween's like a horrible time of year. But if it's kind of like you said, like the fantasy,
you go in the bathroom and you punch a shower curtain just in case something's behind it.
Well, yeah,
I do that now. I do that in my own home, Sean.
Yeah, if there's curtains, I check them. I don't think
if you go into a bathroom and the shower curtain's closed, I used to like pull it back and check it, like look, but then I realized that like if I'm at somebody else's house, like they're probably like, why is this fucker looking, like because maybe they go to the bathroom after me and then they're like, why is the shower curtain moved? So now what I do is I
take a butcher
bathroom,
knife in the room and stab it.
No, I just punched the shower curtain.
Is that what happened when you came out of the bathroom? Like, hey, your shower curtain rod fell.
I don't know what happened.
Hey, here's your butcher knife back.
Shit got crazy in there. That's all I'm saying.
What's better than what you used to do? You'd walk in with a shotgun and just shotgun blast the shower.
Yeah. Has just been revoked.
Richard, it's got a glass sliding door.
Oh.
Can't be too careful. Vampires, am I right? No, that's mirrors.
Oh.
Tomato.
Glass.
No, but yeah, you could do the whole like everything that he writes is in Maine. So you could kind of almost do like, hot spots. It's like the the wine tour, but of Stephen King's areas. So, shit gets too real in Derry, you just leave.
So it's kind of like that Castle Rock show. You'd want to go to Castle Rock.
Yeah, you could visit Castle Rock. You could visit maybe the prison. Shawshank, yeah. Go on a prison tour.
Yeah. Crawl through a hole and crawl through the poo.
Yeah. Ooh, that'd be like the fun adventure. That only costs $25.
None of this sounds like at all.
You get out the other end, it's sunny. You're like, wait, I thought there was rain. And there's some intern spraying you with a hose.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I feel like after that week, I'd come home and I'd just be like, that was vacation.
Best $10,000 I've ever spent. You haven't lived, Richard, until you've been to Derry, Maine.
I don't know, man.
What would be the worst thing in the Maine area for you in Stephen King verse? Would it be the poo?
Yeah.
Or would it be the guys trying to rape you in jail?
I mean, there's that too. But like, there's the poo. There's the poo in Shawshank. There's the poo in the sewer trying to go see Pennywise.
Ooh, yeah.
There's, there's a crazy dog that's going to eat my face.
You have to like double look at every car to make sure people are driving it.
Ugh.
Be fun.
That just sounds exhausting to me.
That's like the one you take the dude from Evil Dead with you.
This is definitely a pick for the middle of your list because this would be nowhere near my list. Nowhere near.
But my 4th round pick, Richard, I'm going to try to conquer this fear. We're going to go to Derry, Maine.
All right. Number 5. It's probably this is one of those that I'm sure you didn't think of you thought of, but was like, no, he's got it. Star Wars. I mean, what else can I say?
I had a specific planet on mine.
Did you?
Yeah. It's the one that we just got exposure to was Tython. The Jedi planet.
The Ahsoka was on?
No, the one that they took
Grogu
on,
okay.
and he was on that stone.
The place that looked like it looked like the Southern California desert.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's kind of got like, it's not really jungle feel, but yeah, it's like a, San Diego, California kind of, a mixture.
It 100% look like, you ever notice like it's like in Star Trek where like every time they like the original Star Trek, every time they beam down to a planet, or actually no, I'd say this is more the Orville that show that Seth MacFarlane did.
Uh-huh.
Every time they beam down to a planet, you're like, all these planets look surprisingly a lot like Southern California.
It's cheaper.
Yeah, definitely.
So what planets would you want? Because I thought about like a Star Wars specific planet, and like Tatooine is like the famous one, but I'm like, it's hot there.
I'd go to Endor.
Endor would be cool.
Endor's amazing.
What makes me nervous?
I've been to the Redwoods. If I could build a cabin in the middle of the redwood forest and spend the rest of my days there, I 100% would.
I feel like they have a lot of snakes there though.
Maybe.
So I'm wondering if it's further north.
I mean, it's further north.
They have snakes.
Yeah.
They've got Western ring snakes. They got a rubber boa. I don't know what a rubber boa is, but it doesn't sound good. Common king snake, sharp tail snake.
You want to get chased by a psychotic clown, and then you're like, oh, snakes. I don't know, man.
I don't know.
But no, Endor would be nice. Not the planet you were referring to, but the planet that they were on with Bill Burr, where that Imperial base was.
I don't remember what they called that planet, but
that planet looked all right. I like the more greener vegetative planets.
Yeah. Well, that's what I like. It's almost, I mean, that's kind of why I picked like Winterfell. It's kind of the colder, but like you think like the southern tip of like Alaska, like the northern, like Oregon kind of stuff. Because not a ton of insects and not a lot of snakes.
But honestly, like, I don't know if I want to be on a specific planet. Like, I just like, if they're like, hey, you're going to spend a week and we're going to give you the Millennium Falcon and you're just going to fly around for a week and do shit, like, sign me up.
So
I'm using my money. I'm stealing everything. I'm going into your house. I'm stealing everything you have and I'm pawning it to
so
use
what if they
that
only
money.
Do like it's like your fix. I was just about to say, like, what if they only allow like 100 people a year to be a Jedi? You're like, I'm going to sell both your kidneys. I'm going to sell your wife's kidneys, my wife's kidneys. I got 3 kids, Richard. That's 6 kidneys right there.
That's Jedi kidneys. That's what those are. That's definitely got me in.
I don't know. I think you walk in, they're like, how'd you get all this money? Like, I stole some kidneys. Like, oh, we got another Sith.
Here's your red lightsaber. Aww.
Yeah, I get to wear a hood. It'll work. Zoom, zoom.
You're not sending me anywhere cold, right? No Hoth.
No, we're sending you to the lava planet. Aw, but I have the high ground. Get it?
But yeah, give me the Millennium Falcon and let me fly around for a week.
That'd be fun. Get into some like skirmishes with like pirates and stuff in space.
Yeah, fucking fly around and do shit.
But so, I kind of wonder, like, would you have to bring like your own group, or would it be like one of those? All right, well, since you didn't come with 5 people, here's your crew.
Oh, that would suck.
Yeah, and like, what if
I'd want to? It just be like I bring, like maybe like I bring you, and I don't know if I want to bring like a lot of people. Like to me, that's
the Falcon was just ran by 2 people.
Yeah, the Falcon was just Han and Chewie.
Can I be Han?
No, it's my weekend. It's my week. You're Chewie. The fuck can I be Han? My draft pick. My vacation.
But
I'm Han.
I was thinking if like you couldn't bring enough people, so they just stuck you with somebody, and you're down there shooting, and you get one. You're like, I got one. Silence. You're like, I got one.
I said,
guys,
I got one.
Good job.
I'm feeling a little cocky.
Congratulations.
Nothing? You ruined it. I hate this place.
This guy must be a big Star Trek fan. Oh my God, we're self-destruct.
Get me on find the airlock. Where's the airlock? Let me out.
Well, Richard, for my 5th round pick, I was complaining about snakes, and I'm going to go to a place where there's snakes and things bigger than snakes.
Oh, no.
I would want to go to the equivalent of the newest version of this before shit got real. I would want to go to, I'm going to say Jurassic Park, but it'd really be more Jurassic World.
See, you know what? Okay, so Jurassic World. You know what? There's only one thing that terrified me with that entire fucking movie. Wasn't the sea creature? It was the fucking sea thing.
Yeah, because that was like a pool that didn't look very big, but you couldn't see it.
No, and that thing just looked enormous.
Yeah, and it ate a great white shark.
Oh my God.
But that's one of those things, like, you go to a zoo and you don't really feel like frightened, but you go to like there and you see a T-Rex. And what's funny is, you know, what I think Jurassic World did a great job with it, where like kids were bored. It's like, oh yeah, T-Rex, I've seen it like 6 times.
Yeah, yeah.
But like if you went and you see like this giant T-Rex just eating this goat, or that big sea monster eating a great white shark, or raptors.
That sea monster honestly like fucked me up.
Dude, like, I'm scared of the ocean now, but you think about some of the creatures that A, are probably there we don't know about, but B, used to be there, like that thing. Giant alligators.
Yeah,
used to be
you're
in
telling
there.
me that there's something like that swam around,
Yeah,
just
things,
like fucking hanging out. Just
things
like,
that
I'm
ate,
feeling hungry.
Yeah, things that ate T-Rexes.
Jesus.
Ugh. If you ever want to freak yourself out, if you want like a modern day version of that, go to YouTube and look for like people's kayaks getting attacked by alligators. Oh, like I'm not a big fan of like water you can't see, and you see some of that stuff, and it just like murky,
You know what?
Florida water.
Honestly, after seeing angry hippos,
Ooh, same, yeah.
yeah, gators don't have shit on a fucking pissed off hippo.
Hippos, I think, still kill more people than the crocodiles in Africa.
Yeah, I believe it.
You'll be going along, and all of a sudden you like go thump, like, what was that? Chomp.
Yep.
Like, my baby was around here.
Yep, that's just like the fucking giant monster at Jurassic World.
Yeah. It's like, I'm about to jump out of this water and eat you as an hors d'oeuvre.
Can you just like I think that's the thing that terrifies me when it comes, like, you know, like I'm not worried about like sharks and stuff like that, but if like the thought of being on a boat and then all of a sudden just this thing that's, you know, the size of a fucking skyscraper just like leaps out of the water and is like, nom nom. Like I would more than likely I would literally shit my pants.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you watch some of those like water attack type thing, because it's, you know, like in like the open, like you can hear something coming after you, right? But the water, it's like it's this calm, peaceful, like you're just kayaking along, and all of a sudden, bam, this gator or something just attacks you, and dunzo.
Shawn, your vacations sound like very unnerving. They don't sound relaxing.
Richard, my vacation is gonna make a man out of me. My 6th round pick, I want to go back to high school. Never been kissed. Whatever city that was. No, for my 5th round pick, I'm going to go with Jurassic Park.
All right. Ooh. Man, there's a couple here that I like really leaning towards. You know what? I know this isn't on your list, but I'm going with it because it just sounds super fun. This sounds like I would just like laugh my ass off the entire time. Shawn, for my number 6 pick, I'm going to spend a week running around with people from my childhood who have never grown old, and we're going to go and have all sorts of fun and awesome adventures. Shawn, I'm going to go to Toontown.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to take mine.
No, I'm going to Toontown. I'm going to Toontown from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
That'd be okay. That's a little too violent for me.
You went to Jurassic fucking World! You want to get chased by a psycho clown who comes out of a fucking fridge all fucked up.
Hello, Richie.
Ugh. And you're like, oh no, fucking cartoons, too violent.
It is. It scares me.
You hypocritical bastard.
I mean, honestly, like Pennywise, like he's going to come and be like, I want to rip your heart out. You're like, dude, like I've had a long couple days. This is my vacation. Do you just want to, like, can I just watch you go around town and torment the shit out of people? Like you and Pennywise get drunk and you just start scaring people. He's like, hey, that's my buddy Rich over there. Do you know what he's really scared of? What are you? I don't know. What are you really? Oh, he's scared of poo. Come at him like a poo monster.
Yeah.
He's
that
like,
sounds horrifying.
He comes up like an old man. He's like, hey there, Sonny. You're like, oh, hey, what's up, mister? Can I help you? He's like, yeah, do you have any extra toilet paper? Ah, it touched me. It touched me.
That's terrible.
So who Toontown was who for? Yeah, so you get everybody.
I get everybody. I can hang out with Bugs and Daffy and Mickey and Donald.
You can go to the bar and be like, I want a whiskey on the rocks.
The fucking oh god, Droopy, that one.
This isn't a way for you to bang the redhead, is it?
No.
Okay, just asking.
Didn't cross my mind. No, it didn't. But then, since I'm in Toontown, I don't have to worry about like getting murdered.
Humans could get murdered though, couldn't they?
No, because it was Toontown. Eddie fell from a fucking building, and like at the last second, he was saved by a plot device.
Do you know what would be cooler is if you went to Toontown and you were a Toon yourself?
Then I really don't have to worry about dying.
Yeah,
I could whack myself in the head with a mallet.
Drop a anvil on your head.
Yeah, jump out of an airplane and then like give somebody an anvil for a parachute.
Yeah, and then you could bang the redhead.
That's where your mind goes.
She's dating a rabbit. I mean, my odds would be pretty good.
Jesus. No, that'd be super fun because, like I said, like this is my childhood. I get to hang out with my childhood.
Yeah, I like that.
Go on adventures with Bugs Bunny.
Although, you know, if you wanted to go like the more adult version, you could go to Cool Town.
Why do you keep trying to fuck animated characters? What is your deal with this?
Well, that one. Nah, we won't go there.
I had some other picks that I was like, kind of like, oh man, I don't know, but I think I like the thought of like hanging out with cartoon characters from my childhood.
No, I think that'd be fun. Yeah, and it's kind of
get one over on Elmer Fudd.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Then then he shoots himself in the face.
I think
we're like, and then me and Bugs are like, ha ha, fuck you.
Wasn't in the first one like they treat like he's really like a bad guy? It's kind of Bugs is the bad guy in the very first.
A little, yeah.
You could dress like a lady with Bugs.
I could, and
then just out of nowhere when you walk out, you hear like, wait, who's cat calling? It's like, no, that just happens here. Oh
yeah. It just happens. It's like a whisper on the air.
It's like, this place is good for your morale. I like that one. All right, for my 6th round pick, this is kind of a nerdy pick, and I think you could spend just a bunch of time. It's almost like going to a super old library, like an ancient, like what's the library that burned down?
Alexandria.
Like you get to go there, kind of thing.
Okay,
it's just stuff that nobody has.
Okay, I'm liking this.
And then there'd be a fun car ride I could probably go on to get there. Richard, I want to go to the Men of Letters bunker from Supernatural.
Oh, okay.
You could do spells. You're
going to hang out in the middle of Kansas. Because then that's where it was, right? It was in Kansas.
And it's close, so I wouldn't have to drive very far. So that's like true. A weekend trip.
That's true.
Maybe you go on a little like monster hunt.
Oh, now I'm interested. Now I'm down.
Getting to ride in the car, the bunker itself is cool. If they did it to where they had a character in there for the last season that like made super great food and like did a bunch of cool stuff, it was like super nice.
I feel like they need more of a bedroom area because it seemed like the beds didn't seem all that comfy.
No, I mean you'd probably have to have like the fake room where it's like super nice, but I mean each person had their own room. I mean it was set up like a dorm kind of thing.
Yeah.
What like thing would I want to fight? Like, you essentially get to go through a whole like hunt. You might get some clues. Have to go back, do some research.
What would you try? What would you hope that you had to kill? Just like a demon or vampire or ghost?
I think a ghost, because then you have to figure out the story. You have to find its bones. You have to fight it.
That'd be all right.
That'd be pretty cool. And like if you did like, because they fought some famous ones like H.H. Holmes and stuff like that. Like
That's
kind of famous thing would be kind of cool. Get a picture with it, and you leave. It's like I fought H.H. Holmes, and all I got was this T-shirt.
That'd be all right.
Yeah, I like that. But I think being able to go through those books too, and like read about just weird lore and stuff like that would be really cool.
Yeah, I agree. That would be all right.
But for my 6th round pick, I'm going to go with a Menoletter's Bunker from Supernatural.
I like it. All right, Shawn, 7th round. It's the money shot pick. I've been holding on to it because I want to. It's my grand finale. I know it's not on your list. We kind of touched on it, bits and pieces here and there. For my 7th round pick, I want to spend a week in Night City.
Yeah, you're immersed in it right now as Cyberpunk.
I have already spent a week in Night City, and it's amazing. It feels genuinely like a city. It feels overcrowded. It feels, like the weather's nice.
Yeah.
It rains occasionally, but
acid rain.
I don't know if it's acid rain. I don't think it's acid rain. I do okay in it. I think I'd probably get myself like a nice cushy apartment down by the city center. Maybe in the corporate area, get one of those high-rise apartments because the views are amazing.
Get to look out at the wasteland.
Yeah. Eat a bunch of good food. There's some really good sushi places on Jig Street.
Oh, do they really have sushi there? I thought does that all take place after like a nuclear apocalypse?
Yeah, most of the food is like synthetic kind of stuff.
Oh, I gotcha. Oh, so it's like it's not animal based.
But yeah, there's some good sushi places. Like I said, down Jig Street in Japantown.
Would you so what would your character look like besides me?
Oh, stop it. He's on this kick that he thinks that I modeled.
I don't know.
I modeled it after me. It's not my fault that you and I slightly look alike.
Your hair isn't as dark as mine. That dude's got like black hair.
Well, no, his hair's a little bit darker than mine, but it's not as my V's hair is not as long as yours, or is not as short as yours.
No, mine is it long in the back? I didn't see it very long in the back.
It's my length. And also, you don't have red eyes.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. Judges out. I'm just curious why you named him Shawn, too.
As far as I know, you do not have blue-dyed pubic hair.
I do now. Next time you see me, I will. Do you get to name your character in that?
No, you're V.
Oh, just V. I like it.
You can make anything you want about your character except the name. You can look any way you want. He can be any gender you want.
I've seen some cool, like somebody made Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
Oh, nice.
I saw somebody made not Belushi. The guy you just referenced is like, hey kids, any cool parties?
Oh, yeah.
Somebody made that look like that guy, and he's like, hey fellow punkers. But yeah, I like that. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I'd spend a week in Night City. I get myself a nice plush apartment, hang around, walk around the city, get some cool clothes. Maybe go on a mission here and there.
Yeah, that
hang out at the afterlife.
That's just a good like vacation though. Like you don't have to worry about working on your vacation, like to get something out of it. I like that 7th round pick.
Yeah.
For me, this one's tough. Well, as we're going through it, I had another one, but I forgot it. So I'll go with. It's not really like a worthy of a money shot, I don't think, but I've already got everything that I want. So my 7th round pick, it's a place where you can fight pirates. You can fight all kinds of different creatures on the island.
Oh,
you get to live forever. You don't have to grow up.
Oh,
I want to go
very old school.
Yeah, with Neverland.
I like it.
My son watches Jake and the Neverland Pirates, so that's probably why it's very much in my head. They cut out a lot of the Indian stuff in that new cartoon for probably obvious reasons.
So like my kids are way older. So this is a Disney cartoon that it's about a kid that goes to Neverland and hangs out with the Lost Boys, or
no, the Lost Boys are in it here and there. Peter Pan's like in like a couple episodes, but the idea is that it's just these kids who are the pirates. There's 3 of them, and they just kind of get in shenanigans against Smee and Captain Hook.
Okay.
So it's kind of educational. You got to find doubloons and you got to count them and that kind of thing.
Oh, all right.
But yeah, I mean, do you want to be a pirate for a little bit? Do you want to kind of fight Captain Hook? Do you want to be with the Lost Boys?
I'd be down for all of this.
Yeah, and you could do Hook. You could have like a Hook-esque adventure, like the movie.
Because that's the whole point of Neverland, right? It's just to play and have fun. So, what's the point of a vacation? It's to play and have fun.
Yeah, and you get to imagine your own food, right? Like that scene from Hook, where all the food that you could ever want is right there. It's all make pretend. Crocodile's not going to hurt you because it's looking for Captain Hook, so you're fine there.
That's true.
But I think it'd be a fun adventure. And then just getting there would be fun. You take the second star to the right and straight on till morning.
Yeah.
Or is it left?
No, it's to the right.
Is it right?
Yep. You don't even know how to get there.
Yeah, I'd take the wrong way and I'd end up in Beaverland.
You'd have to Google directions.
7,800 hours.
On.
But my 7th round money pick, I'm going to go with Neverland.
In 2 stars, make a right.
What'd you have for a few and buts?
I had so I didn't have that many because a lot of things that were on my list I kind of figured weren't on yours. So I had I did have Shadowrun. I was kind of like flip-flopping between Shadowrun and Night City. Shadowrun is more fantasy. There's more, fantasy elements in it. But since I already had Faerun, I went with that's why I left it off. Middle Earth. I feel like Middle Earth is probably something that was on your list as well.
No? But I mean, it still kind of falls because Winterfell, Citadel, Forgotten Realms, those are all kind of similar.
Yeah, that's kind of why. Star Trek. I feel like that wouldn't feel like vacation-y to me because I'd probably get because it seems very regimented and you got a job and you got to go,
Here, wear this red shirt. Oh,
yeah.
Shit.
I know what's going to happen. The World of Destiny, that was another pick I had. Be a guardian, go around and shoot things and, shoot monsters in the face. And the last one I had was Gallifrey from Doctor Who.
Ooh, there you go.
The planet of the Time Lords.
For me, I had 100 Acre Woods.
Oh.
I feel like that would be a very kind of relaxing, just kind of fun adventure.
It does. That just sounds like a weekend out in the country.
Yeah. Oz, the land of Oz.
All right. Very, very old school picks I'm seeing here. I'm liking this.
Well, and this one's kind of old too. A Trip Through Wonka's Factory.
Ooh, I would love that.
Yeah, I'm not a big candy guy, but kind of seeing that, very kid run business.
What would be your favorite room?
Probably the root beer room.
Yeah?
Because probably when it comes to sweets, I'm more of a soda guy.
So you'd want to go and fly around?
Yeah.
And bump into the ceiling, which needs to be washed and sterilized, so you'd get nothing.
Good day, sir. All right, well, let me run through some of these picks. So Richard for his first round was Sunnydale, stole it from me. World of Forgotten Realms, Citadel from Elder Scrolls, Wakanda, Star Wars Galaxy, stole that from me. Toontown, and Night City. Lots of steals in this one. For me, my first round had the Oasis from Ready Player One, Packed Worlds and Starfinder, Winterfell from Game of Thrones, Derry, Maine with Stephen King, Jurassic Park, The Men of Letters Bunker from Supernatural, and Neverland. Not the Michael Jackson version.
A big empty theme park with a chimp.
Yeah. Or if you go back too far, it's like, oh God. Actually, that's scarier than Pennywise.
Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't have that on your list, actually.
Yeah. Come out of the shower,
since you picked such terrifying, fucking unnerving shit.
But as we're ending this draft episode, Richard, what do you have for some Richard's closing thoughts?
You don't have to get away to Night City or, for some reason, Derry, Maine. You don't have to go to those places to enjoy yourself, but do let this remind you to take some time to take care of yourself, because a vacation, regardless of how long, is good for the mind, good for the body, good for the soul.
Yep. You need that self-time. Self-care is healthcare.
Self-care is healthcare.
All right. Well, let me do a little bit of housekeeping. Visit our website. We're at languageofbromance.com. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at languageofbro. Email us at bros@languageofbromance.com. And as always, we want to thank our loyal patrons, Wendy and Aaron.
We'll take you on vacations with us.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to be a new level.
Don't go on Sean's vacations. You won't have a fun time.
All right. Was there anything else before I close her out?
No, I'm good.
All right. Well, that's all the broats we have for this show. I'm Sean.
And I'm Richard.
And remember, don't be a why.
Be a
why not. Holiday Road.